as you guys know, I am a scout and a high school basketball writer. So, as we're going to talk about high school basketball. And our biggest topic for today is Sunrise Christian finally taking out Montverde, which is I think the boys that are there now, this is their first loss in 2 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Like it's been like since 2019, and it's not like this is like a 20 game stretch because of like COVID. No, this is like almost 50 games that they've won in a row, right?
Something like that, yeah. Because I know they're saying they were undefeated last season.
Yeah. And I think their last loss was like in November of 2019.
That's absolutely wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially for like a high school team who's playing the best of the best of the best. And it just so happens that the best of the best of the best play the best point guard in the nation in Kennedy Chandler. And um, they have no answers for him, especially down in the fourth quarter. Like I kid you not, from midway fourth quarter, actually I think it's midway through the third quarter to overtime. That's when Kennedy Chandler decided like he wasn't going to lose this game. And like for a dude who's already a really good point guard, it was almost obvious that he was like, no, I'm gonna beat these dudes now.
Yeah, and but it's like so one of the I think I was kind of saying to you before like we got started, like I felt like from like a scoring standpoint, I think it was the first game that I feel like I've looked at with him that looked kind of like it was a bad game and that like he missed a lot of shots, he missed a couple of layups. I think most of those ended up being put back um by Kendall Brown, I think.
Yeah.
But um like Mount Verde had that suffocating defense um, on them most of the game. And it was like some of the stuff I've seen, like he probably needs to improve on, like, I don't know, a bit better about ball handling. Um, that stuff came up. It also, like, it's hard to get assists when, like, the player movement you're used to isn't there, when you can't get those fast breaks, like when your team's not getting those fast breaks like you usually do. Like they still found ways to be effective, and like he did ultimately kind of put the team on his back, found dudes open and was able to like create some things. But that defense gave him a lot of problems. It gave his team a lot of problems for most of the game. But what matters from like if you're like coaching or whatever, ultimately it's like yeah they gave us fit for 3 quarters, but like we won.
Exactly. But no, but one of the things I love so much about Kennedy Chandler's game is you can obviously tell that Sunrise Christian has an offense and that Kennedy Chandler has an offense. And Kennedy Chandler is so nice with the offense that he wants to run that it works perfectly with Sunrise Christian. Like during the last event that they had, I guess was it the Montverde Academy
Mhm.
Invitational that they had
Yeah.
down there.
Mhm.
There were so many plays where he was just able to find trailers. It's usually Zach Clements who's going to Kansas, and he finds them on like cuts that are almost obvious plays, but the way he sets it up to make sure that person gets it, like he'll slow down fast breaks, like where it's literally like him and one other dude, and he'll slow it down so whatever teammate is running behind him can just dunk on the other dude. Like, and he hits that pass so often. It's weird the way he was dragging Montvert's defense around in that fourth quarter, making shots, getting to the lane anytime he wanted. That kid's special. I don't I don't think there's a better point guard in the nation. Like,
There probably isn't, honestly. Because like what he does really well. He's good at finding the open man. He can make some very impressive passes. He made some impressive passes. He made some of which didn't directly lead to assists.
mm-hmm.
I think there was one he passed it to who was it, Grady Dick, I think.
Yeah, and then Dick got the
And
assist.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
That one
it
baseline. I know what you're talking about. That
yeah,
was
yeah,
nice.
yeah. and like it's like his court vision and his passing like by itself starts opening things up, and a lot of times he just kind of, in general, he kind of just he tries to find his stuff in the flow of the offense. So like but in that game, for example, he like I think he had kind of pressed the issue a little more. They it seemed like they ran a more pick and roll, him driving into the lane and such. But in general, when you aren't playing the best team in the country, playing suffocating defense for what 30-35 out of 40 minutes, like and like your teammates are moving, he if a teammate's open, he'll probably find them.
Yeah,
And like that having that I think is special, but also like just as I mentioned, the way he plays, it's very it's very big on kind like it can be kind of detail oriented, like small things.
super small things, and they always work out. Like, always work out for the kid, bro. And I almost love it
It,
more when he's in like a scoring mentality, because he'll spend like the first half just setting everybody up without pressing the issue, like he did in this game. Because he only had 2 points, and like you were saying, the defense was killing him. He only shot 1 for 5 from the field, but like I also don't think he had any turnovers. Like he had one turnover
that wouldn't surprise
the
me at
entire
all.
game. He had one turnover the entire game. Like to 6 assists against a team that I believe has two dudes that could get G League contracts if they were coming out of 2021 class this year, and they're still juniors. Between Derek Whitehead, who didn't have that good of a game, and Jalen Duran, who they kind of kept under wraps too.
Once again, Calvin McGowan, hope you enjoyed yourself. Um, if you are watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. Um, you can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You made it this far, once again, thank you. I hope you got a lot done of whatever it was you were working on while listening to this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.